Hi, hello, and welcome to my channel, The Growth Curve. Topic for today's video is who should do MBA and who should not do MBA, and also why I chose to do MBA. So let's start from very basic, like what is MBA. Now, some people might think like, okay, this is very dumbed down version, like to start from what is MBA, but I want to tap all the audiences and the people who are not from a commerce background who don't know about MBA should know about it. So MBA is basically Masters of Business Administration. It's a 2-year degree after graduation, and you can pursue it if you have done graduation from science, commerce, or arts stream. So there is this misconception that people think MBA is the next part after doing graduation in the degree BBA, but it's not. Any person can give MBA after doing the graduation. So in these 2 years, you are taught about strategic thinking, problem solving, case studies. Then there is strategic operation subjects, finance, HRM, and many more. So before even starting MBA, let's decide what are the factors based on which you should decide whether to do any post graduation degree. So I think three factors which are most important during this is firstly how to get into that degree, like what is the admission process. Secondly, what are the value addition it is going to add to your career, because you have already done your graduation. So this is something which should add to that criteria so that your career becomes more fruitful. And thirdly, what are the exit options and what are the placements or the benefits which you are going to get after doing this degree. So let's start. So for MBA, if you want to enter into MBA, you have to apply to few entrance exams. Okay, so if I have to name a few, there are CAT exams, CET, ZAT, SNAP. There's also GMAT exams. Like people who want to do MBA from foreign universities, and few universities from India also accepted. So those are the few exams, namely. And if I want to rate them in terms of difficulty, I would start that CAT is moderately difficult, ZAT is most difficult, like it is considered to be most difficult. Then SNAP is SNAP and NMAT are relatively easier than CAT. MHCET, it is very different ball game. Okay, so if I have to state MHCET, like the scoring is comparatively easier because there is no negative marking. But the issue with CET is that there are very few colleges, like I would say 5 to 10 good colleges in Maharashtra. So, despite scoring good percentile, you might not end up at those colleges. Like the cutoff is 99 percentile plus. So, even though the exams are easy, the fruitful decision would be not that much in your favor. So yeah, so the colleges which you can apply through these exams are for CAT, all IMs, and most of the top private B schools except this test score. Then moving on to ZAT, there's this college which is XLRI. Like many people who don't know, like who are not from MBA fraternity, would not know about XLRI. It is one of the top 10 B schools in India. So it's a good college. Moving on for NMIMS, NMAT is the test score which is taken. For symbiosis, SNAP is the test score. Also, SNAP and NMAT as test scores are used for other colleges admissions also, but these colleges are very few in number. So you can say that CAT and MHCET covers most of the colleges. So MHCET is for colleges in Maharashtra. So moving on, uh, what okay, so the second question was why to do MBA, like what career addition it gives you. So people who are like freshers, for them it might add up to know how the culture of the career is, or how the things are working out in a corporate firm. You're taught about problem solving skills, you're taught about communication, which helps you grow in the career. For people who are already doing job, it is like a stepping stone. So you can know about when you get promoted to a higher level, how are you going to manage the department or the company as a whole. So it's a good degree. And thirdly, uh, talking about exit options. So if you're even currently doing work in marketing, let's say, so after MBA, you have an option to move on to sales or finance departments. Like in placements, you can go to the companies which offer these roles. So now you would ask me, who should not do the MBA course? So this is very tricky answer, but this is very my opinion. Okay, don't take it very seriously. But yeah, if you want to consider, like if you're in a deep career where you have mastered what are the skills required for that career profile. For example, you're a data scientist or you're a coder, and you already have that skill set which are useful in your daily work, and you're not going to require the managerial skills or manage a big number of people, so you can skip this role. Because I'll tell you, MBA is not just 2 years process. Okay, it starts from the preparation and then studies, then admission, then 2 years of completion, and of course 1 year to get stabilized in your job profile after MBA. So you can rather invest this 4 years in your own career if you're doing well at it. Secondly, I would say entrepreneurs or startup people who are already invested in their own business. I know people might say that MBA is useful for startups also. It is true, but at startup you need to invest a lot of energy in the beginning of the years in your project. So doing 2 years of MBA would completely hamper that process, and it will like stop the business growth. So I suggest that it's okay to skip MBA in that in that condition. And thirdly, nowadays there are many people who like to just copy their peers and do MBA, which I feel is very bad decision. Okay, like there's this term in MBA circle which is called, you do MBA only once. Okay, so I feel you always choose or do MBA from such a college which lives up to your potential. Don't go for MBA from lower colleges, because you're not going to do this course again and again. Now some people might tell me even graduation people don't do again. That is true, but here what happens is like you can't improve on it. Like you can go for executive MBA, but you won't be able to further simplify the process. Okay. So if you are in doubt, you can continue with your job profile right now, and after 2 3 years you can go for executive MBA, that is of 1 year. So don't rush into these decisions right now, but you can get an overall view like what are you going to get out of this career option. Now coming on to the point, like why did I decide to give MBA entrance exams after CA? So firstly, during my CA articleship at Deloitte, I always used to get this jobs where I was associated with problem solving areas, and I used to find that very interesting. Like rather than doing the routine audit work, I used to find those areas of solving those challenges very um, pleasing to me. So and those align with my skill sets also. So I decided that I want to do career in such a profile where these my skill sets are put to use. So that's why I decided that after CA I'll do job profile in industries which require strategic and consulting management. So for that, yeah, obviously after CA you can directly join those job profiles, but the issue is that the quantum of the roles available for CA are very less in number, and these are very niche profiles. So generally rankers or people who have references get through these jobs easier, and me being an attempt a CA having many attempts, so for me it was very hard to get into these roles. So I decided, yeah, obviously it's not impossible, but I decided that okay, I'll do MBA first, learn the skill sets, and then more number of job profiles would open up for me. So that's why I decided to give this MBA exams after clearing my CA. Now for the next video, we can talk about how MBA process is in general, like starting from applications, then exams, then interviews, then getting into the colleges, then how is your summer internships, and then how is the placements. So yeah, for the next video you can tell me what are the questions in the comment sections, and if you like this video, please like and subscribe to further more content which is yet to come. And keep smiling, keep learning, and most importantly make mistakes, because that's how we grow in life. Bye.